Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Motioning one of the tight ends. Jackson now on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Keeps himself upright. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that makes him the latest man to raise the bar for passing touchdowns in a season. Once held by Peyton Manning at 55, he's now the scoring king of quarterbacks with his 56th touchdown strike of the year. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They send a tight end in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the... They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And now the Bengals have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play. And then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. Finds Chase on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 1st down from the red zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Deontay Hardy to return. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. The drive begins with Henry. This is ahead for about 5. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's caught at the 25. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bengals ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback.
Here we go, here we go.
And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. Burrow picking up the pace. From the 38. He completes it in traffic. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. All right, here we go. Second down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Top line, ready?
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. Bails out of the pocket quick. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Working inside the red zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals making this a laugher before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 5th total score of this ball game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Another run for Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on third down. They're going to counter with a dime look. Running once more with Henry. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The home teams start beating. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow to the air now. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Looking to throw, Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Working quickly here. Throwing is Burrow. Throwing deep towards the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To throw again, it's Burrow. nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
On one, ready? Gun.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Burrow picking up the pace. Pass play coming here. That's caught beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. First down, Burrow to throw. That's caught at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Burrow. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up.
On one, ready? Here we go. Dot.
He'll throw it yet again. Shakes himself free. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals continue dominating in our opening half. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Another score for him this game. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals continue adding on to that lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Baltimore running its offense out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 41. Lamar now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get... Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Gotta go.
Burrow picking up the pace. First and 10, looking to throw. Into traffic, complete!
Gotta go, gotta go,
And
gotta
2
go.
yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
Dot.
2nd and 8. Avoid some trouble there. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Buying some time right. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
it's a gain of 29.
Dot.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
Hey, we're good,
And they
we're
bring him
good.
down at the 18-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Motioning Chase left. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals in possession. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Dot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately,
Come on, ready?
they still have 2nd down coming up.
2nd and goal.
Here we go. Dot.
They are throwing it again. Buys time, rolling right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to
Here we go.
shake it off and keep shooting away.
Dot.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver.
Middle, middle.
And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here.
Finish it up.
1st down, here's Lamar. Caught by Flowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Prior to 1st down, they decided to call a timeout.
Finish it. Go. You.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits his running back. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Dax Hill up for the stop. Here's 2nd and 7. Completed to Flowers. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Finish it.
Jackson's gonna throw again. This is brought in at the 50. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
35. Justin Tucker to
Now
kick
Tucker
off
on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Gun, gun. Dot. Dot.
Throwing is Burrow. Taking his shot deep down the field it goes. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there.
On one, ready?
And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Sending the tight end in motion left.
The hot.
To the air, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They have themselves another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
11 mighty. The hot.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Here we go. The hot.
Burrow to the air now. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
The hot.
Burrow setting to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The hot.
4th down, Burrow. He's got it deep downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. We've hit halftime here in